How pissed were you when Justin Hartley played Aquaman in the spinoff and you didn't? Because you were Aquaman on fucking Smallville with me.
Yeah, that's right. No, I wasn't mad at all. Why would I be mad?
Well, because you know, like, why didn't they consider you?
Well, they did, but they, people don't know, what I went through with that. But, I hadn't done anything at the time. I hadn't done
Smallville
anything.
was your first.
This was my first gig.
First gig.
Like seeing you on a set, making jokes and whatever. I was like, God, he's so relaxed, like you're the first thing I ever saw. Like you're my mom, basically. I'm like a little dinosaur coming out of the shell. Let's see you first.
Son.
Yeah.
Jesus. Yeah, because it was your first role.
It was my first thing. I didn't know what I was doing.
Speaking role.
I was so overwhelmed. I was like, how many people? There's so many people on this set.
I never knew that was your first role. I never knew until I read about it. But I remember on set, I was like, he's just great. He did a great job. You were fun to be around.
I've always been good at faking it,
You were faking it.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I didn't know what I was doing. And so I was told that the episode that I was on, season 5, the first one that I came on, it was a well-oiled machine at that point. It was like a ratings record, that episode, which was like astounding having been on for that. Like it did really well, apparently. So they wanted to greenlight a spinoff. And they were like, congratulations. And I was getting calls from people at the studio like, I'm the guy who's just here to make sure you keep your head on the ground. So you call me day or night. If you're in trouble, I'm the, I was like, what is going on? You thought you're going to... Oh, yeah. These people were like prepping me for like the biggest show on TV. I'm like, okay. And we start working on a deal. And at the time, UPN and Warner Brothers had merged to create the CW, and the president of the UPN had taken over. And he's looking at this roster of shows, the slate, and going, who the hell's that guy? Which is the same thing I would do. I mean, I was sitting there going like, I can't believe it was this easy. I've been here 3 weeks. I got my own show. Oh my gosh.
So he just axed it,
and he goes,
whatever.
He can't have his own show. And so they called me and they're like, we're trying to fight him on it because we looked for so long and we love you, but he doesn't want you to do this. We have to go back and find people, but maybe we won't find anybody. And they didn't. They went back and they didn't find anybody. And so they came back again and they're like, so he said, fine, he'll give it a shot. We'll do the pilot together. Jesus. And I was like, great. Okay, great. Like I get my own show, I'm sitting cool. But but again, like with Reacher, there's this asterisk by it for me where I'm like, I guess I'm not really wanted, but maybe I'll run with it as, So it's like it had been taken from me. And then like a week later, they were like, actually, Justin Hartley just came off Passions and he's available and we're going to go with Justin Hartley. And I was like, I don't know who that is, but great,
Good for you.
And I learned the best lesson I could early on to hold loosely to this stuff because nothing is guaranteed and nothing's owed to me. And if I hadn't learned that lesson early, I would have been an entitled asshole. I probably still am, but much greater degrees.
Yeah.
So it taught me to hold real loosely to this stuff. And I think that's a great lesson to have right out of the gate. So I'm grateful that I didn't get it. And I also, if I would have gotten that show, I never would have really learned the craft or studied myself. I would have just floated on whatever shows that gate, that would have had some ancillary. You're going to get this movie because you were on that show. And I've had a very different experience where I've had to like really, find my voice, and